If you've ever dreamed of living in Bali, or even if you haven't, I want you to watch this video with an open mind. Today I'm going to show you why I chose to live in the region of Canggu, how much it cost, what the day-to-day life looks like here, and why now is the best time to come. And at the end of the video, I'll even tell you what you might not like about Canggu. Now, to explain why I chose to live here in Canggu, the best way is for me to paint a picture of your typical day. I start my day bright and early and I head right to the surf to catch the first wave of the day. No, I did that once and I never did it again. In reality, I roll out of bed and I get onto my bike. And this is typically the way you'll get around. Usually I make my way to Body Factory, I deal with all my anxieties in the gym. From there, I'll either go to breakfast with some friends or it's time to get super focused. Back to the office in my comfortable chair. And then from there, I'll go onto one of the delivery apps such as Gojek or Grab and I'll order my breakfast and it'll be brought right to my door. Take care, respect the heroes in green. Now it's go time. No distractions. I'm gonna work all the way through here in this chair until sunset. But some days I need to change up my scenery and so I'll come to places like this, a coffee shop where I can work in peace, put in my noise cancelling headphones and just enjoy the beautiful surroundings. Now in the evenings is typically when I treat myself and appreciate that I'm doing my life from Bali. Just yesterday I went and played paddle at a brand new court that just opened up. Very excited about that. And tonight I'm going to see my friends Rico and Bianca perform at a couple of bars. Now while I love Canggu, my weekends is when I love to get out of Canggu. Sometimes I'll take my motorbike up into the north just to have a romantic getaway. I'll take it down south, going to Nusa Dua to enjoy the wakeboard park. I love going to the Gili Islands for relaxation or partying. This is the smallest bite size of what it's like to live in Canggu, and you're probably starting to see how it has a lot to offer. Now, if I'm being honest, Canggu is probably the least beautiful part of the entire island. Even though the waves are really good for surfing, the sand is like kind of black. Because it's built up, it tends to be a little dirty, but the good news is you're never that far from the best parts of the island. You can get down to Uluwatu in as fast as 45 minutes, being at crystal blue water, enjoying some of the world's best surf. You can be at a beautiful waterfall in just about an hour, or you can get to the most beautiful green volcanic region of Sidaman in as little as 2 hours. So this is my house and I bought it 2 years ago. I'll tell you more about the cost and how that all works later. But one thing I want to share is why I actually moved to Canggu. First of all, I am 9 minutes away from the surf. I don't surf. I'm like 5 to 10 minutes away from my gym, from 50 amazing restaurants and coffee shops and workspaces. And what I love most is that you can focus on what really matters. So let me show you. Now for me, that's working hard. I am so productive here in my office, in my home, and in Bali. And yeah, there's a lot of distractions. A lot of friends are going out on day trips, sunsets at the beach, going out to one of the many parties that happens here every week. There's always something, but if you're disciplined, this can become your work sanctuary and a place to become the best version of yourself. At least that's been the case for me. So I'm a really big believer that to be successful, you have to focus on one, maybe two things. And so for me, Bali is all about cutting out distractions. I personally don't even make my bed. It is always made for me when I come home. Now, the exact same thing can be said about dishes and messes. When I come home, everything is completely tidy at the house. For $350 per month, there's somebody coming and cleaning every single day. And that means that 15 to 30 minutes, maybe even sometimes an hour of my day is freed up to do things that have a higher return on investment. I'm able to support the local economy while also making sure I have more time available for my business, for personal development, or for simply enjoying life. Now the internet can be really fast. Upload and download speeds of 100 Mbps, and that's about $80 per month. I'm so dialed in on this efficiency lifestyle that, to be honest, I don't really cook that much. And so right now I'm ordering breakfast from a friend's restaurant. All right, Eddie has arrived, and so has breakfast. Hi, how are you? Thank you, boss. All right, so breakfast is served. I've already eaten like half of it, but this was $75,000, which is about $5 for delivery. Now, while it's cheap, I still try to cut costs where I can. So an at-home coffee machine that's also very efficient. Instead of $3 with delivery, it's now 50 cents, and I'm using my pool for the first time. It's a good day. Now, I bought this house, but that came after renting in Bali for 2 years and realizing this is where I wanted to be. Well, let me show you just how cheap it is to rent, because it's gonna blow your mind. So we got a private pool, we've got our own garden space protected by a villa wall, we've got a kitchen, well, soon to be. And check it out, 3 bedrooms that are just basically a white canvas. I want you to guess how much this costs per year. Is it $20,000? Is it $10,000? Try $7,500 for 3 bedrooms. If you divide that by 3, that means $2,500 a year per person, per couple. That's literally $208 a month to have all of this. It's amazing. One thing you need to know about Canggu is the sun is no joke. When somebody says they live in New York, they usually don't live in New York. They usually live in Brooklyn, the Bronx, or some surrounding suburb. Well, Canggu's kind of similar. There's actually 3 main areas. You've got Barawa, you've got Canggu, and you've got Pereranan. Barawa is the most developed. It's not got a whole lot of new restaurants, villas, or hotels being built up because it's already so developed. But if you can find a spot there, it's got some of the best food on the entire island. One lot over, and you've got the hub, Canggu. This is where you've got a thriving digital nomad community with restaurants, with nightlife, spas, and basically everything Barawa has, but a little bit more new stuff popping up. There's still some empty plots of land as we speak today. Now the future is Pereranan. It is currently still a lot of rice field, but it's got so many trendy villas, hotels, and restaurants that are being built up at such a speed, it's hard to believe. Every time you go, there's something new to eat, new to see, and it's being built in a very forward-thinking way. I think give it a few years, Pereranan will be the spot. Whichever you choose to stay in, you won't regret it. They're all amazing, and there's only like a 5 to 10 minute separation between them. Check this out. A 6K capable action camera, converted into a 5.7K 360 camera in a matter of seconds. One of the coolest parts of the 360 footage is when paired with the selfie stick, it actually becomes invisible. And the result is you become part of a third-person video game. It has a 2.7 times digital zoom, and it comes equipped with an incredible in-camera stabilization that will get rid of all of the jitters and bumps in your footage. And this thing has really great battery life. I mean, look how big it is. Now there's no front-facing screen, but I got a solution. Disassemble, rotate, and voila. We now have a vlog-ready camera. And as you can probably hear, the microphones on this thing are actually pretty good. Now it can even shoot 6K in widescreen, and like most action cameras, it's waterproof up to 5 meters. This is just a few of the things that you can expect out of the new Insta360 One RS. And let me just tell you, this camera's pretty sick. And all of the action camera footage that you've seen in this video has been shot on the Insta360 One RS. So it's now become 51. This is a brand new restaurant that I'm just gonna go try today. It looks like a British pub. Now lots of people will work from coffee shops because there's endless beautiful spaces and well-priced drinks and food. But as nice as a coffee shop or restaurant can be, it can also be really distracting. But you've also got another choice. The next best option for some people will be to join co-work spaces. This right here is B-Work, and it's like 2 floors. You've got a silent working area, you've got a communal working area, and right now I'm in the coffee shop. You get the best of both worlds. The prices definitely vary. They can be hundreds of dollars per month to be part of these clubs, but for networking can be a lot better than a coffee shop. One of the things I found is that Canggu does not have a one-stop shop of accommodations, co-work, and digital nomad community. Well, that's what I'm working on. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet, but if you're planning to move or visit Bali, you'll definitely wanna be in the loop for when this thing goes live. It's going to be a game changer in Bali for all my fellow digital nomads, content creators, artists, and people that just want amazing community. So something very big is happening in the background, and you can be the first to hear about it when it's ready. Every successful day here in Bali starts off with a really good workout, and I've been coming here to Body Factory for like 2 years now. All right. Amazing, amazing workout. Fall, we crushed it. Now the best part of Body Factory is in the gym. You kind of suffer through that hour so that you can treat yourself, because we're out to the spa area. They've got this incredible steam room, and right out there, you got a cold tub. The worst part of the workout. So The reason I choose to live in Canggu is without a doubt community. I have so many incredible friendships that I've built here over the years, and look at this. This is absurd, it's crazy. This is a meetup from Lost Creator Academy, the academy I started a couple years ago. We made an impromptu message in the community and we have filled up the top floor of this restaurant. To build friendships, you're gonna need to get out of your comfort. Sometimes that means signing up for a gym, a spa, going to co-work spaces, coffee shops. But one of the things I've found is that it's probably one of the easiest places you'll ever meet people. As soon as you come here, you'll find so many people on the same mission as you, to better themselves, to focus on health and wellness. And unlike in the city where people only live for the weekends, people can free up their schedules basically Monday to Sunday. That means you can go on an epic day trip to a volcano, go swimming in the north with dolphins, or go to a yoga retreat with newfound friends. Just another one of the beautiful things of living in Bali. Now let's face it, this place is beautiful, but it's not perfect. So let's talk about the things you might not love so much about Canggu. And the first is going to be the traffic. And I'll tell you, before 2020, this place was bursting at the seams. And what could be a 10-minute drive could easily become a 1-hour drive if you got caught in the worst of it. Luckily, scooters and motorbikes can cut through it a lot easier, but you're not immune to traffic. Number 2 is pollution, and that's something that I believe is getting better here. There are a lot of people coming together to clean up the rivers, clean up the plastics on the side of the road, but we're not there yet. Things still need a lot of work. Number 3 is you're gonna lose out on some efficiencies. You don't exactly have large department stores, although that is changing every single day. You don't have Amazon, although you do have Tokopedia, which is honestly not so bad. But if you want to import things from abroad, you're going to be hit with expensive tariffs. Certain goods won't even be allowed in the country. I can make an entire video about all these subtleties, but just know that there will be some of the luxuries you've come to expect back home not available here. But in my eyes, the compromise is very much worth it. People, food, mindset, and affordability of life. These are the reasons I choose to live in Canggu. Just the other day I was having breakfast in a coffee shop and an Irish dude left me with something I really liked. He said, back home people are always asking him why he does things. But here in Bali, people are asking him why he hasn't gotten started yet. In Bali, I have the potential with discipline to really get down to work and become the best version of myself. But I also take a moment to appreciate what life is really about. So back to my villa. I bought this place about 2 years ago for $160,000 under what's known as a leasehold, and this is how 99% of people will buy land in Indonesia if they're a foreigner. I'm gonna make a full video about the buying process if you want to hear about it, but essentially it means I own the building, I don't own the land. A little bit of a complexity to it, but for the next 24 years, this place is mine. In 24 years from now, I'm gonna have to renew the land, but not the building. Now 160 is actually a lot for what I got. It's got 2 bedrooms, and I've got a little tiny plunge pool. Land prices are going up really fast around Canggu. In fact, they're hitting records we've never seen before. But if I were to build something like this from the ground up myself, it probably would have cost me half. You pay a really heavy premium for something that's ready to move into. But the cool thing is I'm currently building my dream villa, and if there's enough people that want to hear about it, I think that I could show you how $150,000 with your own creative dream and vision can build your dream home in Bali. Because one of the things that again excites me about Canggu, about Bali, is that there's just so much more opportunity. Money just goes so much further, and it's not even just that. It's the quality of life. That is a small snapshot of why I live in Canggu, and I think there could be a part 2 if you wanted to hear more about it. Also, if you are coming to Bali planning to move or planning a short-term to long-term visit, then check out that link down below to stay up to date with what it is that I'm building, because I'm taking all the things that I've seen from my travels I want in one space. Hopefully, we'll be launching soon. Let's get lost again in the next one.